Hey, what's going on, guys? Tre'Leon Bay here, and today we're talking about finding buyers for wholesale deals. Now, when it comes down to finding buyers for wholesale deals, there's a lot of different ways that you can find buyers. Now, what I do believe is that the easiest part of doing wholesaling is to be able to find a buyer to flip your property to, if you have a great wholesale deal. So if you can't find buyers, or if buyers aren't willing to actually purchase your deal, then you may have to reevaluate your deal to see if it's actually a real deal, because buyers will beat down your door to find real wholesale deals. I mean, it's literally like giving money away to a buyer, because when they purchase a deal, they're looking to actually make a profit from it. And so they're not necessarily thinking about the purchase amount of the deal, as more of they're talking about how can they get their return on investment in the fastest way. How can they make the most profit out of the deal? And so if someone wants to hand you $50,000 in cash, in their mind they're thinking about the $50,000 in profit that they're going to be making on the house, or the cash flow that they're going to be making on that house, or the appreciation that they're going to be making on that house in that neighborhood. And so you may have to reevaluate your deal if you're finding that buyers just aren't going for what you have on property. Now, if you're someone who don't even have a property yet and you're thinking about building a buyer's list, that's fine. You can do that, but what I usually recommend for beginners to do is to go out there and find a wholesale deal first. Spend your time and your energy, and also develop expertise in finding the deal, because that's the hardest part. Buyers don't want to go through the needle in the haystack to be able to find motivated sellers, to go out and do marketing, or to actually go and talk to these motivated sellers and negotiate deals, and they don't want to do that work. They're willing to pay you the premium of your wholesale fee because you're out there doing that work. All right, and so finding the deal is actually the hardest part of doing wholesaling. When it comes down to finding your buyer, if your deal is an excellent deal, the buyers are going to find you. All right, now besides all of that, let's talk about the actual ways that you can go out and find buyers. Now, there's several ways to do it. I would recommend do them all if you're having a hard time finding a buyer. You can put bandit signs in front of the property and around the neighborhood saying that you have a certain house for sale at a certain price. You can list the property online on real estate websites like Zillow and Tre'Leon and Craigslist and things like that. And you can put the property online and blast it out that way. You can also, if you already have an email list of buyers, of course you want to be able to blast that out to your buyers already. If you don't have a list of buyers, then you can go and partner up with another wholesaler who does have a list of buyers, and you guys can split the deal in some type of way. Now, one of the best ways that I noticed that I can find buyers really fast, and really serious buyers, without having to take a whole bunch of phone calls, without having to qualify the buyer to see if they're real buyers or whether they're just window shopping and wishing. Now, the real way that you can find buyers that a lot of people don't talk about is actually finding the buyers that have bought already in that neighborhood and have bought properties similar to the ones that you already have on contract. And so that's public information as far as the real estate purchases that people make. And so you can go and search on ListSource, you can search on MLS, and there's actually a whole bunch of data aggregated actually systems that you can use, and I can give you recommendations if you like. Just hit me up personally. There's about 5 different ones that I use that I can actually go onto the system, check the buyers that have bought around that neighborhood, and then go and either skip trace that buyer's information and give them a call. You can actually skip trace that buyer's information and send them an email, or you can just send them mail in the mail and actually send them some type of mail just saying what type of property you have on contract, and that you know that they bought similar properties and you have a great deal that's very similar. All right, so it's really simple to be able to find buyers. If you're someone who hasn't had deals yet, don't even think about finding buyers yet. You know, just go out there and find the deals, and if you find a great deal, the buyers are going to beat your door down. If you're someone who does have a deal right now and you're trying to figure out, why can't I sell my deal? I've had it on contract for almost a month and I can't find buyers. Then you might want to be able to reevaluate your property to actually see if it's a great deal. If you got it at a great price, or if it's in a good neighborhood, or if the house is even conducive to be able to spend money on to renovate in order to actually make a profit. You have to really think from a buyer's standpoint and a buyer's mind frame, whether that's a buy and hold investor or a fix and flipper, whether or not it's actually a great deal. All right, and if you're someone who just got a property on contract and you know it's a great deal, but now you're trying to figure out where are the serious buyers at, you don't want to waste a lot of time trying to filter through a whole bunch of phone calls with different buyers and trying to see if they're serious and qualified, that's when I'll tell you that you should actually go and either partner with someone who has buyers already in that neighborhood, or go and check public records, or go to some type of data aggregated system and actually go and find the buyers that are buying right now, who have already literally paid cash for properties that are like that. You already know they're serious buyers at that point, and you can just figure out a way to contact them. All right, if you have any questions, of course, you can just contact me personally or click one of the links below to be able to partner with me on deals. All right, peace out.